You had something you wanted to bring up about vaporwave or new retrowave or something that you
Oh,
wanted me
okay.
to.
We'll talk about this. I don't know if it'll be enough to make it, but I do want to hear your opinion on it because I realize that you definitely have some familiarity with the synthwave
I do
side of things.
synthwave. Yeah, that's
So
one of the many genre
I had
labels.
uh there's a few Instagrammers. I don't know if that's even a word. My buddy Brooks has been sending me these couple of Instagram guys who just do like synthwave 80 sounding tracks, and then the caption is just like describing a situation from an 80s movie. It's like
Yeah,
you're about to you're training for your karate tournament, and blah blah blah. Literally just pick like think of an 80s movie, describe part of the plot, and then here's like a cliche 80s. There's no actual connection. Like it's not like, oh, if I was going to do that, I was thinking like, John Carpenter movies always had a specific tension music for when the guy's like exploring an abandoned warehouse or going
sure.
down an alley,
Yep.
like
Which I should point out,
you know,
his albums, of which he's got I think three now, are really good. John
yeah,
Carpenter specifically.
yeah, and that's the kind of thing people are usually trying to copy. But they were driving me crazy because they're literally just like, I got these
The
80s
most generic
patches.
score to an '80s movie ever.
It
Yeah,
sounds like 80s. And the one that drove me, this is how this thought process started. The one that drove me over the wall is this one. I think it's Dream Kid 80 something. Again, there's Sunglasses Kid and there's Dream Kid. They all have kid in the name for some reason.
yeah,
Same
yeah,
gimmick.
yeah.
But one of them did a 80s cover of a Metallica song, and I'm like, that's when they're from. You can't. It already is. Now it turned out to be Enter Sandman, which is technically from 1992, but they did a sit. What they meant was a synth cover or a synth wave cover of Enter Sandman. But to say an 80s cover of that is so like Zoomer brained,
Stupid as fuck.
like
Yeah.
so like remember back in the 20th century there was the metal time and then the eight like no, there was the same time. Those were happening at the exact same time. Like 80s. So this I was complaining about this to Brooks, and Brooks shared like a vaporwave album they really like, and that drew my attention to the fact that vaporwave and synthwave are adjacent but definitely different things.
Very similar
Vaporwave
though.
similar, but typically vaporwave had a specific almost more ambient aesthetic
Fair.
because it was usually like set to some video montage or something, and in a lot of
Both do that
cases
though.
but in a lot of cases it would be like the album you sent me, it was like a very seemed very long and kind of free form. But the point is that at least is a specific, like that is a thing that happened, right? There was the vaporwave like moment on YouTube and stuff like that. Synthwave is just like a catch-all term for, I played a bunch of synthesizers and it probably is supposed to sound like the 80s.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
And the other part is, again, it's because the wave part is meaningless because it's just become like
Right.
core, like it just means
Right. Yeah.
like genre that includes the other word that comes before this word. Like it literally comes from new wave being the original 80s synthy style, but it can't be new wave, although maybe it should be, or it should be retro wave actually because it's old.
Wave gets around. I mean, there was the new wave
Right.
of British heavy metal too, which
That's
has
true.
nothing to do with
But that
this.
was a wave that they didn't put. That's my point. That's the problem, is that new wave, the wave didn't
Yeah.
mean anything,
No.
but in retrospect, in like rewriting history, or not writing, in writing history, people have been like, oh, the wave means there's synthesizers, but so does synth, so it's just double synthesizers. But the realization I had that will make everyone mad probably was that synthwave and dungeon synth are like adjacent. They're two genres that um I believe I figured out there's only one differentiating, like true differentiating feature, and that is that synthwave is marketable and dungeon synth is like unmarketable. Like those are the sides of, because dungeon synth
Probably.
is potentially supposed to sound like video game, but it's also the like, what if you did black metal with no guitars, uh, like late Burzum thing, and so it becomes, which again, anything black metal related is intentionally trying to be unmarketable and avoid making any money. But
Right.
synthwave, but basically they're both quote unquote genres where there is no requirement for anything to happen other than you played a synthesizer. Like it doesn't have to have drums. It doesn't have to have any other instrument. You don't even have to like program synth drums. No, no, no. You can just be like
I
for
would say
like
that at least the predominant like successful parts of and I don't know what genre I want to call which of these things.
sure.
I'm gonna say synthwave, um, or new retro wave. That's one of the other ones too. I would say that it is more. It's got pop mentality. It's got hooks. Some has lyrics. A lot of it is it flows like a song. There are songs.
Yeah, right,
Where
exactly.
a lot of what you're talking about is stuff that, like vaporwave, like dungeon. It's just elevator music almost. It's
It can
this
be, yeah.
thing is
But so
happening. Was it?
right, so that's the right. That's the marketability is if you make into a song, put some you put not they don't always have vocals and lyrics, but if they
No,
do,
no,
it's
of course not.
hooky. It's trying to again trying to be like a catchy '80s tune,
Right.
and again, if we separating from vaporwave, which has a potentially less mainstream, because again, there's a lot of like, oh, here's this weird long YouTube compilation with like synths over it, and that was a big part of the weird vaporwave
That could be anything.
YouTube
I
thing.
would need
But
maybe examples to differentiate a little bit there, but because I know of probably more of what I would just call synthwave than I
right,
guess
but that's what I'm saying. That's the same. They are different. I think like in a lot of ways, like
like as a band like Duet. Would you call them synthwave or vaporwave?
let's do it.
That's with two T's.
Oh, all right, let me check.
They're very Miami '80s beachy, chill, uh, but still kind of song sensibility. Really good stuff if it's what you're into. Not
I
complicated
gotta
music, but
listen to like a second of it just to.
pleasant listening.
Yeah, I would say synthwave. I think so. Like there was I watched a video a while back about vaporwave, and that was it was like the history of the vaporwave movement. Right? It was like a moment, right? And you don't hear that term thrown around as much because I think I think it had certain connotations, and synthwave is much broader. Synthwave, you could maybe synthwave is like in the way that EDM can technically kind of be an umbrella
Yeah.
for electronic music,
It's
even though
not
it
a
also
term I
has a
use very
specific
much. I
thing.
don't like it. It's too many things to
But that's what I'm
me.
saying. I think in a lot of ways, synthwave can be a broader term where you're like close enough. Like it's not. It's again the term itself is very
Not helpful.
meaningless. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like well, there's synths, and the wave in this case is supposed to imply the
Right.
80s.
Yeah.
But the point was more that in terms of styles of music, again, because there are these Instagram synthwave artists who literally are just it's just they get up and go do 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 do, and then again you just need a caption, and the caption is just like
Uh,
some cliche 80s thing that either never happened or was in a movie once. It's just like you're getting ready for the big game, and but it
gotcha.
could be something. It doesn't have to be happening in the 80s, but they should just end them all like in the 80s because that's to be clear. These situations are all occurring in the 80s, and that's why it
Gotcha.
sounds like this.
Well, I see
But
the problem here is that I spend no time on the gram because I don't like it. So I have no
yeah,
idea who you've been listening to. I guess my exposure to this is more of what would just be what we're calling synthwave. So
right.
I haven't listened to Dungeon Synth. I haven't listened to
Well, and
that.
these guys again they're mostly blowing up doing either random little snippets or like
Shorts.
synthwave covers of non
Well, of course.
synthwave
Yeah.
songs because again yeah it is like social media content
Yep.
and that has
Internet famous.
but the problem is so much music comes from that now that that has become like
Well, because that's the music that you use to put behind your videos of your whatever the hell bullshit you're doing, shaking your ass or doing something stupid, and that makes it short. That's popular on
right. Well, but again, these are and they're
Facebook.
also their whole Instagram following is based off of I just post little synthy songs
Well,
that I
right.
made
No,
up.
I'm saying, but it's this is content that makes content that makes
Oh, I see what you're
content.
saying, right? Because anything that you can then put over
Everyone's
your
heard
own
it, so now
video,
you're gonna recognize it
right?
on this next thing that's gonna.
And
Yeah,
that's also how people find it. 'Cause they go, "Who did this? The music for this?" And yeah, that's a
it's
good
like
point. That's a good point.
hashtags, but music
Yes,
kind of.
exactly.
Good job,
Right
TikTok.
on. Yeah, no, exactly. And TikTok and Instagram, and it's what else do we have? So I have. I don't know if I want to get into this tonight. I did a bunch of accidental War of Steel
Oh God,
research. I was
no.
just when we were doing the disco metal episode, I was just looking for pictures for a thumbnail, and it drew my attention to some video, and so uh,
They're very
I'll save
bad.
it. I yeah I
Yeah. Did
uh
people push back that this stuff was not disco metal? Actually, wait. Did people
not
push back
really
that the
that
new Dragon Force was not disco
oh
metal? Did they can't? They could
look
not
we
have.
we didn't get a lot of views on the disco metal one because I don't know if maybe
Fuck
again
these people.
I forgot.
Watch
Well,
our shit.
look, to be fair, I need to. I noticed a pattern, which is I didn't put I should have put the names of some of the bands instead of just the
Oh yeah,
pictures
SEO.
and been
Yep,
like is actually if I was just like is Dragon Force disco metal that would have probably
yep,
pissed more people off.
yep.
That would have got more clicks. But even those we did get like the people the one that was the funniest because the guy they thought they were like being clever by like quoting War of Steel at me. And
Why?
yeah, they were like, oh yeah, because there's a song they have a song where they tried called Dislike to False Metal. And it was like that's their song supposedly making fun of boomers, but who don't like newer metal. But then the thing is their metal, that's the type of metal that War of Steel plays. Like occasionally they'll adjust it a little for a certain like subset because they want to specifically make a joke about a certain type of but like usually like that's what you do already. So I don't know. They're just it's just like and then it's the I saw that one. It was like real generic, but yeah, because I was oh yeah,
Did
that
they
was the
have
one
a
where I
whole
didn't
song
understand.
about pooping?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah, I saw the pooping one.
This is not a this is
But
not a
somebody
good
was
band. They're
I was
dumb.
because like I didn't get the reference, so that's the one where I was like, well, we didn't call it false metal, but you did, I guess. And they were like, no,
Oh
I
yeah,
used their album name as a play on words, and I'm like, that's not a play on words. That's you
no,
just like quoting their
yeah.
title at me, and it could yeah, it like the fact that you don't know what play on words means. See, it reminds me of how they're not a funny band at all, and like their lyrics are dumb. Oh, but I had okay. I don't want to get it, but I had a whole thing about how dumb they. Well, I'll save it. I don't. Yeah, I'll do another nano with it because I'll probably
Oh,
I'll do
good.
maybe I'll
I
get
can, I
some
can do a
more.
deep dive into Nano War of
Yes,
Steel.
worse than I
Fuck.
thought. I was
Oh,
like, I was gonna let them
no.
be do their thing, and I was looking for, and I was like, you know what? It's worse than I thought, and we didn't talk about them that much on the episode,
No,
so
we
I
did
feel like
not.
we should
We
do a
kind
whole
of
other
glossed
episode
over it.
about how they suck. Also,
What did they do? That's fair. I don't know. The kids
well, it turns out
grasp
they're
on this stuff.
Italian, and like I think that was part of it. I responded to one of these people, and I'm like, listen, the only way this band is funny is if you're European. And so, because a lot of parts of
Mexico.
Europe don't have like modern humor or something. I don't know. Like, I don't fully understand it.
Ooh, oh, you
It's
were.
just,
If people actually watch this, you're gonna get flamed.
that's fine. But it's like true. Like,
Oh,
I mean, it's true with the music in some ways too. There's parts of Europe where just the music is like polka, I mean, if you watch Eurovision, that's what you see. Actually, they've been catching up. Like, there's less and less of it, but like up until recently, Eurovision would be like a quarter of the bands were just like, here is our most popular song of the year. And you're like, is it like 1723 or something? Because it's just like very traditional. and they're like, we are proud of our music, and you're like, cool, man. But are you gonna be proud? You're gonna lose. And so I think they've all started to like at least add a beat. So now it's like polka with a beat or something. Like they try to keep like show you our culture, but also
Yeah, I
gotta
was gonna say, I
gotta
wonder if
crank
there's
out the
maybe too
jams
strong of a like nationalist, or maybe that is not the word, but you
sometimes.
know, this is our culture, and this has
Yeah,
to be our culture, and this is the only thing we'll let on this thing. And
right.
so
I think that's
I
part of it
suspect
for
there's better
sure.
music, but this is what they'll put there, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. I could be wrong. I don't watch Eurovision, but that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, but again, it depends on the country. But it seems pretty well correlated with
Look, did
countries that
Germany have
actually.
Schlager on there?
I mean, usually it's at least Schlager adjacent. I'm sure. Like that's the thing. Yeah, that's the point. It's very there's a lot of very Schlager adjacent.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, I know one other thing we need to discuss, and this is going back a couple episodes. Episodes, I can't talk.
sure.
So when we reviewed the new Angra album, we were talking about the song "Vida Seca"
Yeah.
and the intro vocals. We didn't know
Yes.
who did them. I think maybe we had sort of found out. We thought that it was what's his face?
Raphael, because he's
Yeah,
credited
yeah.
on it. Yeah.
It is not. It's a guy called Lenina. I'm not sure. It's Portuguese, so
Yeah.
whatever. I don't speak Portuguese. It's a hard language. But I went on a little bit of a dive. He is got all kinds of good stuff. That is worth listening. I did
Nice.
want to just say, this is the guy. He's good. It's not the other guy. Shout out to Lenine. He's been around a long time. I didn't want to have it out there that we had no idea what the fuck we were talking about. So
Yeah.
thought
Great.
I'd bring that up.
Right
I will
on.
probably
Yeah.
send you some videos at some point and
I'll check
see
them
how
out,
you
and I
feel
gotta
about it. It was
watch the
pretty cool stuff.
actual Vita Seca video as well.
Yeah, it was good.
Which on the description, yeah, this is exactly what we described. Guitarist Rafael Bittencourt explains Vita Seca means a lot to us in Angra because it expresses what we are, a metal band from Brazil. So the song is a combination of prog elements with Brazilian vibes,
Yep.
which is cool, and it really is. Which also is makes it stand out more versus like the songs that they're just like. And this song, we wanted to sound like Dream Theater, so we
Right.
sounded like Dream Theater. Yeah.
Angra is at their best when they're leaning into the what made Angra in the first place.
Mhm.
The Brazilian stuff.
Yeah.
There's a better way to say that, but
And I'm
you know
sure
what I
that
mean.
they've been influenced by Dream Theater a long time too.
Well, of
It's
course.
just there was clearly that point, they're just like,
Yep.
you know what? We're a proud band now.
There you go.
Uh, all right. Well, so okay, if you got a problem with anything we said, you got opinions, let us know in the comments. It's a lot of fun. I responded to a lot of comments, stirring stuff up as much as I can.
All
Keep the
about the
engagement
comments.
going.
Don't forget to
Engage.
like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. That way, when
Generate
you piss and
engagement.
moan,
Yeah.
we can keep a track of you pissing and moaning. I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah. If you left a comment, you got to watch future episodes because we might respond to it. In fact, yeah, I gotta like, I don't know, I gotta like make a graphic or a title, like a mailbag segment, like trolling the
Yes,
comments,
that's what we
or
want.
like,
I want an episode where I get to talk about how dumb our viewers. I mean, how insightful.
yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
that's the word, insightful. No, get at us. Come
Well,
on,
they're not.
do it.
They're not even our viewers. They're just random people who got mad
Good
at
enough.
the thumbnail. But they should become
Look,
viewers.
if they
and then
viewed
will
it,
appreciate.
they're a viewer.
They should watch another episode, and then they're viewers, whether they like it or not. An
I like it.
episode, or we respond to their comments.
Or if you have some very questionable musical taste that you think people need to pay attention to, and we can look at it and laugh. And so
Oh, yeah.
I like listening to new music, even sometimes if it sucks. So
That's the point of this podcast.
I do random YouTube dives. Hit me up. Give me
Yeah.
some shit to listen to, and I'll tell you if I think it's terrible.
Definitely
It
open to
probably
suggestions. Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Like, yeah, like right now we got pretty much an open ticket. If you got any suggestions for new things that you think are good or otherwise, and you want to get mad about our response to it, drop it in the comments and we'll probably give it a listen. In fact, if we get enough, we could just do a whole episode where we just go like listen to suggestions. Oh, that reminds me, actually, here's what we should do. This is a semi tradition because I think we've done it once or twice, but I frequently intend to do it and then don't. But we should definitely do it since we're kind of on a regular podcasting groove now. End of the year lists.
No.
What we do is we pick some prominent end of the year lists and then we'll listen to them and then discuss them. And for it started out as just like, you know, I just wanted to hear, okay, this is supposed, like, depending on who's posting it, supposedly the best stuff of the year that I probably didn't listen to most of. So now I'll listen to the song they thought, because oftentimes there's like at least one that Brooks sent me, there was like, they actually had a song, you know, embedded with each artist they mentioned. I think that might have been no, it wasn't Bandcamp. It was some metal blog, but I know Bandcamp does it and other
I'm sure everyone
angry metal guys do it. So we'll have to pick a few. Yeah, so we should definitely do that. I'll keep an eye out and start like trying to collect links to them as they start to come out.
10-4.
All right, did we said all the stuff? We said like and subscribe and
like and subscribe, you bastards. Stuff. Comment and complain. Like and subscribe.
Leave comments.
Do your duty.
Dislike. Engage in any way.
The content.
Click a button. See, look near our faces. Find the nearest button and click it. All right.
It'll be fine.
Good stuff.
We'll work it out.
I'm turning it off.